in many schools of Buddhism. The object of concentration can be anything. It can be a virtuous object like visualizing a Buddha image, or a seed syllable like Om or Ah. It can be, when I first started, the chief yogi at our monastery, he gave me a pebble and put it down and said, all right, concentrate on that. And again, you know, the fascination of a pebble is limited. And one of the reasons they choose a pebble is because it is not interesting, so you cannot really have too much thoughts about it. But also it trains the eyes, because in Buddhist meditation you keep your eyes slightly open or wide open depending on the kind of meditation you're doing. So it focuses the gaze, and at the same time the mind stays on that pebble, and when extraneous thoughts come, you settle it back on the object of your meditation. However, the most common, widespread focus of this preliminary aspect of meditation is the breath. And in this type of meditation, we do not alter the breath. It's not a pranayama. We just breathe. We breathe and then note the breath. There are, again, various variations on this. Some are very strict about feeling the breath as it comes in and out of the nostrils. There's a slight current of air that you can feel on the upper lip. And so some focus there, some focus on the rise and fall of the abdomen. In some traditions, there's a lot of concentration on the breath. In the Tibetan tradition, they just use the breath as a kind of holding for the mind. But the main part of the mind is devoted to a sense of very spacious, open relaxation. We're trying to get the mind quietened down, not by beating it into submission, but by allowing it just to relax into the sense of what is happening in the moment, which is that we're sitting here and we're breathing. Now, traditionally, there is also a way of sitting. In this form of meditation, then ideally, there's what is called the 7 postures of Virachana. First of all, sitting, if possible, in full lotus posture. If not, cross-legged as comfortably as you can. If you can't sit cross-legged, then you sit in a chair, but make sure that, again, that the feet are supported either on the ground, or if your feet are too small, then on a cushion. The most important thing is to keep the spine straight, but not tense. To put the shoulders up and back and down so that there is a sense of balance in the body. To keep, usually the hands are placed with the left below the right and the thumbs lightly touching, or on the knees. The eyes are slightly opened and about this much distance, where they would naturally fall as you're sitting. And that's why I had the pebble, to keep the eyes focused, to practice focusing the eyes in one point, so they're not just wandering around. And the tongue is slightly just touching the upper palate or the back of the teeth. All of these are ways there, or each one connected with a different nadi or energy channel in the body. And so each of these postures governs a different nadi, in order that the nadis should be balanced and the currents, the prana, flowing smoothly. So, and of course when you're sitting nicely, then you're a triangle. And so this is the most stable way to sit. And once, you know, one is accustomed to it, then it's very comfortable. One of the reasons why you do in Hatha Yoga is in order to get the body flexible and supple, and the inner nadis flexible and supple, so that when we sit, it's easy. And if we sit properly with all the prana flowing smoothly, then it's like we have no body. The body feels so completely balanced that, you know, we're not even conscious of having a body anymore. And this helps us to, you know, focus the mind on what we're trying to do, rather than always being worried that our knees are hurting, our hips are hurting, our back is hurting. So this was originally the reason why people were doing Hatha Yoga. It was to prepare them to really be able to sit for extended lengths of time comfortably.